Hi guys, it's Jessy here and welcome today to a new pick a card reading. Now guys, in this pick a card reading, we're going to look at who you're going to marry. So we're going to get all the details about your future spouse. So I hope that you guys are ready for it. So guys, as you can see, I have prepared 4 different groups today that will bring you this answer. So we're starting at this side with group number 1, which is represented by this clear crystal quartz geode. Group number 2, you're represented by this beautiful moon gemstone. Group number 3, you're represented by this beautiful copper ball. And then group number 4, you're represented by this beautiful boho selenite stone. So beautiful one, take a moment right now to go into your own zen and focus upon everything you want to know about your future spouse who you will marry, and then hop into choosing one of these 4 pals that you see in front of you, and then go down below in the comment box or in the description box to find the timestamp that will bring you to your reading. Now guys, keep in mind that all of the readings that I do on my channel are general readings, and if you'd like to purchase personal reading, you can do that on my website, which is www.angeliceclipse.com. Now guys, I'm going to start out now with group number 1, and all the other groups I'll see you at the click of your timestamp. Hi there, group number 1. So you're here because you're drawn to this beautiful clear crystal geode. And of course, the first pal. So let's hop into your reading to see who you're going to marry and how your future spouse is going to be. So the first card represents just a little bit of message for you regarding this relationship that you're going to form with your future spouse. So let's see what it says. I embrace the love and power of my cherished self. I honor my divinity. So seeing this group number 1, I'm seeing that meeting this person is going to help you so much. If you have even a little bit of doubt about yourself, if you have a low self-esteem or you're struggling with your self-worth, this relationship is going to bring you to the next level. You're going to feel so comfortable with this person. They're so going to adore you. They're so going to give you like that feeling that you're it, you're everything, that it's really going to give you like this boost of, self-worth and self-confidence, just feeling loved and feeling sexy and just feeling like someone just loves you so much and unconditionally is what you're going to get out of this relationship, out of this commitment with this person, which is really beautiful to start off with. So let's hop into your first card to see what we can figure out about this person of yours. Okay, so I'm seeing here that your person is represented by the otter. An otter is really a really playful type of animal, which brings me to that same analogy that your person is going to be one that is absolutely full of joy, full of life lust. And the most of all, I feel like this is a person who's really going to make you smile. If you like some giddy jokes, if you're just in for someone to tickle you, if you're just in for someone to bring a smile upon your face, then this is the person you're definitely seeking for. You guys are going to be on the same length when it comes to humor, when it comes to understanding each other jokes or understanding each other comments. I do feel like there might be a little sense of intellect here. So if you guys are both smart, or if you had trouble within the past when people just understanding or not understanding your jokes, this is going to be completely different. You guys are going to read and just speak the same language as each other. So that is going to be something that is really going to be different if you have any type of relationship where this didn't kind of like match. And what I'm seeing here, aside from this being a very playful and very happy person, I feel like people just love to be around this person because they always have like this upbeat energy. They always down for something that's fun, for something that's loving. And it doesn't mean that this is a person who is always outgoing and that never relaxes or anything like that. But they do have like this life zest, and they do feel like the joy of going outside or the joy of doing something and being useful, or even feeling useful. I feel like they're always kind of like on the move. It's like life always brings something special into their life, and they have so much energy for it. They have so much enthusiasm for life that it's just like something that when they come into a room, just people just instantly feel just happier, feel full of energy around them. So if you kind of like ever feel down or ever feel like, I'm not it, or people in the past couldn't motivate you, this is going to be a completely different person, which is definitely going to bring the balance in. Maybe this person being energetic and you being a little bit less energetic, and combining that with each other is going to be absolutely amazing. And even if you're someone who's outgoing yourself, then of course this is going to be, off the charts compatible, because you guys are going to just have like a loads of fun and just a lot of adventures together. So that is one thing that I'm absolutely seeing within this group. Also, I do feel like even if this person is someone who might be very, very playful or something like that. In terms of family, I do feel like this is a person who loves to build a family. They find family really important. They seek that commitment from another person. So, starting this, I might see you guys ending up having a family really quickly or pretty quickly, or starting a family at a really young age. Now, looking at this, I would see this a young mother or young father who's really playful with their kids, who likes to run around in the garden and just kind of like have loads of fun, which is absolutely cute. Sometimes I see those dads and I'm like, oh, this is like super, super amazing to have that. So that is something that I'm seeing like in the picture, like behind, and I just wanted to share that with you guys because it's so, so lovely. And not many people think of that, because if you're not in that lane of getting married or starting a family, you might not think of it. But it's super, super important to see what type of person this would be with kids, if you long for kids or anything like that. Okay. So, yeah, this is kind of like the first impression that I'm getting from your future spouse here, group number one. So, yeah, and I do feel like they're very, very loving. They're super nurturing. As I said, like people just like to be around them. I would say they would work in an area where there's a need of a lot of energy. So, say they might work like in something that is event planning or organizing something, or um, in the media, or something like that, where I feel like they like to be around people, and they might have like really good friends, and they're very cherished by their family. As I sit here, I'm seeing here that this is a very wise person, intelligent person, intellect. That is something that came up. So, this person is really a smart person. So, in terms of this person understanding what you're saying and going to the next step, into really filling in the blanks when you're not speaking, because sometimes we say things, but we mean different things. I feel like this is a person who'll catch up on that. Definitely, as I said, like a person who allows to bring in harmony. This is a very balanced person. I feel like this is a person who doesn't like to get involved in any type of fights or situation. They really like to bring in all the harmony. They like to keep things peaceful and happy. And whenever there is a fight, I feel like this is a person who will definitely try to move out of that situation. But just because that is something that just doesn't speak to them, they're not into dramas, they're not into that. So you won't find a lot of trouble with this person. It's really a full of life type of person. So let's see what else we can figure out about your person. Now, in terms of how they look, because I think this is something that's really important for most of you guys. In terms of how they look, I am seeing a very dashing person. We're talking here about I'm seeing at one hand, I'm seeing someone who just goes to work. I'm seeing like a briefcase. I'm feeling like a bag or something that they carry something with them. So that might has to do with their job. I'm seeing talks, or I'm seeing just, um, that's kind of like garments. I might see also your jeans combined with, a jacket or something. But those are the things that I'm getting for males. In terms of female, I am seeing heels. I am seeing beautiful legs, by the way. I am seeing bags. I feel like this is a person, or within this group, bags might speak to this person, or bags might be something that they have to carry with them, depending on the type of job, or this is a person who likes bag or something. But that is something that's really coming up specifically. Next up, I have that this is a person who might have light blonde, oh sorry, not light blonde, darker blonde to a brunette hair color. Not even like brunette, dark brunette, but on a lighter tone of brunette. That's like what I'm getting within the colors. Also, brown eye colors really pop out here. They also might have highlights. You might see curly hair within this group as well. And I'm seeing like big, big eyes, like beautiful big eyes. So that is like the traits that I'm seeing from this person. So let's see what else we're getting. We have clarified with solar calm. We have exploration. Show me that this person is definitely one to get out in the adventure. But as we're seeing it, also having like that great balance between adventure, but bringing in the peace, bringing in to relax, to calm themselves down. I feel like this is a pretty independent person. They seek their own adventure. They're not dependent on anyone, or does let anyone influence them in a way. We also have a solar flares, which calls for activate. Again, with that super energetic energy, which also comes up throughout this whole reading. So yeah, they're definitely energetic souls. They have a lot of energy and like to put that to good use. And we also have the card of Cancer, which is immerse. Cancer also shows me that from time to time, this might be a person who just might like to just crawl in their shell and just be a little bit protective. Even if they're very happy and a big person, sometimes they just like to, move along and get a little bit more quiet and at ease. So let's see what we're getting for these zodiac dice. We're getting here Scorpio and Virgo, and we're getting Libra. We're getting Sag and Taurus and double Sag. So yeah, that's a really earthy energy coming through, which correlates with that practical energy, but also being very, very, very energetic. Could also be a fire sign there. So keep that as well in mind, okay? So next up, what I wanted to do is move on to when you will meet this person. Let me keep this here. I just have a feeling like I want to keep it there. So I will keep it there. So let's see what type of months will be relevant into you meeting this person. We have first up July, and we have March. Next up, I'm just going to look at some relevant details regarding you meeting this person. We've got Emperor. I feel like this might be a person who might work in the same company as you, or might have a higher rank as you, might be your leader, or in some cases might be just a little bit older than you. So that is something, or even more mature than you. Those are things that are coming up. I do feel there is something that will be holding you back at the first time when you meet this person, maybe because you're afraid of how things will work out, especially if this is kind of like your boss or this is your teacher or, some type of thing like that. You might not feel comfortable with just, moving from one thing to another. But I do feel that you guys will have a slow kind of like recovery from that, and slowly you guys will move together and feel like, it feels good for both of you. I do feel like there will be some time between the actual meeting of you guys and the actual proceeding of the relationship. I do feel there is something that will be happening between you two before you guys will say, I'm ready and I'm ready to move, especially if you have some kind of like differ within age or differ within, a thinking pattern. Or maturity. It might be that you guys are feel for the things that will happen within the future. So definitely that's something that I'm getting here for you guys. So let's move on to the next part of the reading, which is going to be all about your married life with this person. So I'm really curious to see how you guys will eventually hook up and what type of life you guys will have with each other. So first up, we have your debut, we have potential, we have promise, it's about to happen, keep going. So with this, I'm feeling like a marriage life, I feel like, as I said, like it's not something, even if you guys want it and potentially will start really soon a family, but maybe this is more of an emotional thing that you guys will feel that you guys have some certain hurdles to take before you get to this point. So whether this has to do like with being a leader or something, or maybe you guys will have an eye upon each other before actually, opening up towards each other regarding your emotions and feelings about that. I do feel there is a little bit, in the beginning, it will be a little bit of touching, pulling away, or being afraid of certain things. But what I saw within the cards is that it's all in your minds. It could be in both of your minds, vice versa, or it could be in yours. But once things start rolling, then it will be something that you guys will move pretty quickly into. I feel like once the ball starts rolling, it will roll really, really fast. Next up here, we have the second bloom, a second chance. It's never too late, and new possibilities. Now, as I said, like, I feel like there will be a rest between you guys before you guys fully commit to this person. But it could also be that for some of you guys, it will mean that this will be the second marriage for you guys. So yeah, that's a sure thing that I'm getting. And that might be, the reason why you guys want to move faster, because you guys already have experience on that note and are fairly ready to jump into a new adventure, or not that quick, but definitely jump into this new adventure with a new person. We have your efforts I'm seeing within your marriage. You guys will definitely put a lot of effort within each other, whether that's just nurturing yourself so your partner still finds you sexy and attractive, or just being there for one another and showing your support and showing that you really care about this person. That's going to be a huge deal within your marriage. You guys will still have the spark no matter how long you guys are married. Know that the spark will definitely be there, and the chemistry is going to be off the charts between you guys. Next up, we have the card of support, which I was already talking about. As I was saying, like, I feel you guys will definitely support each other and put a lot of effort into this relationship to keep it going, but also to keep it real. I feel like you guys will have a very hectic life with each other, and maybe you guys both like it, but when you have like a hectic life, it's really important to keep showing each other how much you care and that you're still there and that you really appreciate your partner. And I do feel that within you guys, it's going to be hands on. Both of you guys are going to put a lot of effort into it, and you're going to feel very, very supported with this partner. We also have here the card of a maturity, which already was talking about. I feel like you guys will both grow. But as I also say, I do feel like your partner might be a little bit older than you, or might be a little bit more mature than you, or something like that, or vice versa. It could actually be. But however, this will work perfectly for you guys. It's just a naturally complementary to each other. And you might feel, sometimes if someone is very matured and one is very juvenile, it won't work with each other. But for some reason, they're showing within this relationship, and it doesn't have to be that one of you guys will be very juvenile or anything like that. That's not what I'm saying. But for some reason, they are showing this, and I'm seeing that it's something that will bring you guys to the next level within this relationship. So, yeah, definitely something to take with you. So lastly here, group number one, I just want to pick out some letters so you guys might get certain initials from your person. So we have here the E, the Q, the Y, or the I, the O, the Z, another O, a D, a T, a R, and an L. So, group number one, this was your reading, and I hope that this reading resonated with you. If it did, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. And if you're new here and you like what you see, consider subscribing to my channel. I would really love to have you around. For now, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye! Hi there, group number two, and welcome to your reading. So you're here because you're drawn to this beautiful moon crystal ball. So let's put it right there. Don't roll away. Okay. So the first card that I'm going to hop on in is actually a personal card for you, referring maybe to how this relationship is going to feel for you, or what is important that you'll learn out of this relationship. And next up, we're going to start with who you're going to marry and your future spouse, and get into all the juicy details about this person, okay? So let's see. I remove any illusion that hides the truth. The answers are before me. So, reading this here, group number two, I am getting that maybe at the time that you meet this person, you will be so much in denial, or maybe you don't want to see that this person is yours, or maybe you don't even want to believe that this person could actually be yours, or this person is meant to be yours. So I am seeing here a little bit of a fearful you who is really doubtful about this relationship, but know that you absolutely deserve the best. And if you're doubting about anything that doesn't really resonate with you, with your core intuition feeling, beautiful one, wait until you meet this person, because with this person, it's going to feel absolutely good and amazing and wonderful, and you're not going to feel an inch of a doubt within you. It's just going to feel as it's meant to be. So if you happen to be in a relationship or in situations where you just ain't feeling it, don't kid yourself. Wait for this person. This is the person who you're going to be absolutely happy with. So that is one thing that I'm getting. So it might be here within group number two that maybe you have to wait a little bit, or that you want to hop into something prior to meeting this person just because you want maybe something, or because you're kidding yourself. Wait for this person here, group number two. That is one thing that I'm getting. So let's see here who your person is. So first up, we're getting the card of the stingray. So I'm seeing here that your person is one person that's very confident and very calm. I feel like they have like this presence when they come into a room that is really relaxing, that's really comforting for everyone that's around them. They just have a way to ease people into situations, or into or out of commotions. I don't know. It does feel like this person might be a very good communicator, say like someone who's really good with their words. It might also be like someone who's a mediator. I feel like someone who can de-escalate feelings or situation pretty easily. They have this talent that when they're around people, People just tend to be calm and think more rationally. I do feel like this is also a person that's more rationally than emotionally. And this is sometimes really important because sometimes when all people get like into their emotions, it's very difficult to keep thinking clear. I do feel like this is the type of person who always keep like their head clear and are able to think straight, no matter the emotions around them. So it shows like this person has a really great or some great traits that make them very loyal and it makes them very steady. That's like the thing that I'm getting from them. They're very, very steady. And at the same time, they're up for any challenge because imagine if you're this escalating any situation and you need to face challenging situations, then of course you're someone who stands really strong in your own power, who's really confident to de-escalate anything. So that's type of like the energy that I'm getting from this person, the core of who they are. Now, it doesn't mean that they are, a guard or something, and that they're this they escalating situations or anything. It could definitely be. It could be that they're using these traits within their jobs, but it could also be that they're just these types of people who people just go to when they have like any type of trouble, when they just feel like they want to pour out their heart and just feel like it's okay and no one that's judging them. You go to this person, you definitely go to this person and they listen, and they're a very, very good listener. You have sometimes when people say I'm a good listener, but they're actually a good talker. This is a good listener. They can really listen to you and they can help you to get insight into so many things. So, yeah, definitely a job called like a lawyer or a mediator or someone who has to think, oh my God, sometimes I feel like I'm limited when it comes to jobs, even though we have like so many jobs. But I just keep catching myself that I might be naming the same jobs. Guys, you have to give me some inspiration. But yeah, leave that in the comment box down below. But yeah, definitely those are the things that are coming up to my mind. Maybe even like a journalist or something, or maybe even a writer. What else can I think about? Like, there are so many jobs, guys. Um, but yeah, let me know. Let me know. You guys are my inspiration. So let me learn new things. So this is one thing that I'm getting. And also seeing here these colors, I do feel like they're very, very balanced. But there is something about them. I don't know why, but I do feel also that they're stern sometimes, or that there might be strict sometimes, or maybe even be like this um defender. Like, it could also be that they work like within a cop area or something, that they like to defend people or stand up for people who are less presented within the community. So it might also be like a humanitarian thing that they feel like, doctors, anything like that. Yeah, definitely those are the things that I'm getting. I also feel like this is someone that is pretty, I feel like they have like this hidden power, like this, yeah, hidden charm that you don't see kind of like right away, but once you get to know them, once you speak to them, it's kind of like, you're very, very interesting. They're like this hidden charm or something. Like, I feel like very charismatic, but just when you get to know them. In terms of how they look, I am seeing blue eyes. I'm seeing kind of like blondish hair. Green eyes is also coming up. Tall in terms of men, very masculine in terms of men. Um, in terms of women, I see like a very, very beautiful to slim woman, also blonde. That's coming through. And maybe even to the tall side when it comes to women. So, yeah, those are kind of like the things that I'm getting from your person. So, let's see what else might come up as we move further down your reading here, group number 2. So we have someone who's absolutely very graceful, very elegant. They wear themselves really great. So almost to me it feels I'm seeing like pearls, I'm seeing like elegancy. I feel like someone who might have a pretty good idea how fashion works. But it has this very classical, not, over the top kind of like style. Very elegant lady or a very elegant gentleman. Oh wow, very loving. Ooh, I'm seeing, guys, with this card, this person is very beautiful to look at. This is one I feel like when people see, like, in the terms of if someone is gorgeous or not, we do have like this ideal, and that depends on different countries or thing what we figure or what we find attractive. But in terms of that, I'm feeling like to you, this person will be absolutely very attractive, absolutely hot. At one point, I'm also seeing that this might be a higher end type of person. I'm seeing wealth surrounding this person. So they might come from a wealthy family or they might be wealthy themselves. However, they establish something pretty solid for themselves. So, yeah, they carry themselves with a lot of grace and poise. And so, yeah, beautiful things for your partner. So, let's see what else you might be having for your person. So we have here root, which shows me that this person, as I said, like I do feel like this is a very practical person. I do feel like it's really important for them to settle somewhere down or establish, I see like solid. And I feel like this card kind of like represent that solidness again within this person. They're very solid. They went to almost like when you're talking about like a Capricorn, they're very goal oriented and they want to create certain stability for themselves before indulging into anything else. So I feel like for this person, maybe having a job or maybe even early on, having a good education and then having a job and then starting a family, those are the things that this person really finds important. And they are hard workers. They're really hard workers. Within them, I'm also seeing a partnership, which tells me that, as I said, like it's really important for them to eventually move together with someone and start a family. Whenever you're with this person, whether you're their partner or you're just a co-worker or you're a family that works with them, you'll notice that this is a person that's a pretty good team player. They really take your emotions or other people's emotion into consideration. They really think about how their behavior affects other or the things that they do, how that affects other. Okay, so let's see. Next up, we have the Taurus, we have cultivate. Now, the Taurus energy is something that I really was getting throughout this, and Capricorn, just, that earthy energy, being very practical, being very logically, thinking with your head, just setting good, great goals that are achievable and realistic. That is something that, is really important to them. Though there is a side of them that is a little bit of a mystic side, of a little bit of a mysterious side, which I feel like once you get to know them, that's the side that you're absolutely going to enjoy here, group number 2. So yeah, really gorgeous. So let's move on to rolling the dice to see what we're going to get with the zodiac signs. So we have Capricorn, we have Taurus, we have Taurus and Scorpio, and we have Scorpio again and Libra. So yes. So next up, don't roll away. Next up, we're going to move into the part that's going to tell me a little bit more about the time of the meeting. So let's see which months will be relevant into you meeting your person. So we have here November and July. That is coming up. And let's look at the situation surrounding you guys in meeting each other. So let's see. We have here the Queen of Swords. We have here the Wheel of Fortune. So for me, that shows me that when you'll meet this person, you'll be taking a turn within your career or within your life. You're definitely making a very independent decision at that moment. The Page of Diamonds shows me that it has to do maybe with your career or a new path that you are going to enjoy, you're going to love, and that you feel very inspired about. And maybe you've been thinking about this for a while, but I feel like this new path, this new adventure will definitely change the course of your faith, or will move you more into the path of this person. So definitely I feel like you making some type of decision. Ooh, the Ace of Swords. Some type of kind of like new situation will happen at the time where you meet this person. So whether it is starting your job, or starting being kind of like an entrepreneur, or just taking on a new study, or changing career, or moving from one place to another, whichever this new venture is going to be in your life, it doesn't even maybe have to be this big, but it definitely has to do with something new that is going to happen within your life that's going to bring you closer to this person here, group number 2. It's definitely a faith changing decision that you'll be making at that time. So regarding to your marriage with this person, we're going to dive into some other oracle cards to see how it's going to work out between you guys. So first up, we have here the second bloom, a second chance. So I do feel with this person, you might be getting a second chance in terms of this might be a person that you meet early on and then catch up with this person later on. For some of you guys, it will be your ex coming back into your life and finally moving to the phase that you guys absolutely desire and want. Now guys, only take this as it resonates with you, because this will not resonate with everyone. So please take that into consideration. And for some of you, it will be your second marriage. Okay, so that is something that I'm seeing. Also with this card, it reminds me of the first message that I started with. Maybe you guys have to wait longer to meet this person. So I'm seeing here a late bloom in your love life. Now, it doesn't mean that you're a late bloomer or anything, but I feel your love life will bloom later on in life. Now, I do know that sometimes it frustrates you guys when you are waiting for a really long time, but it is something that I'm seeing. So I'm so sorry for that. But yeah, I hope that you guys can appreciate the honesty. So we have here the code of the seats. The blueprint is within you. Take the next step, which is super, super gorgeous. So I'm seeing here that regarding your marriage, that moment when you guys are going to be ready to commit with this person is going to be super, super clear. You guys are going to feel the same, and it's something that is just kind of like meant to be for you guys. It's written within the stones. You guys will end up being with each other, but you guys will know it like within your core, right? That is something that's really important. So keep trusting your intuition, and when it doesn't feel right, it doesn't, okay? So let's see. You have to wait for your true love right here. Number 2, if you have been impatient, like the angels, your spirit guides are saying, please don't wait for this beautiful person to come into your life. Don't give in to all the heartbreaks, because it will be worth it. Even if you are going through heartbreaks, it will be all worth it, right? This person is going to heal you. This person is going to be perfect for you. Your marriage life with this person is going to be absolutely about true love. Your heart is absolutely going to sing here, group number 2. So yeah, there's still a little bit mystery here within these cards. So I was just thinking, like, they're not giving super details about the marriage. So I was asking, like, give me some more details. And the card of the mystery came out. So within this group, I don't know if you guys have been through many readings or anything like that, but they're keeping certain things secrets for you. And I do think it's because it's very juicy and it's worth waiting for. So yeah, group number 2, if you're frustrated, if you're kind of like cursing everyone, I do get it, because waiting impatiently for something this beautiful can be agonizing, but know that it's really, really worth it. Confusion, look at this. Oh, they're playing. You guys. They're very much playing. I feel like they're kind of like giving some details, but not all the details about the future. So yeah, the angels have so much humor at times, so it's really really funny to see this come up in the reading. But I do feel like they're trying to throw you a little bit off the path. If you're thinking or doubting about something, really really listen to your intuition there, group number two, because there is really something good waiting for you. When the angels are like this, it's really good. It's a really great sign. So the last thing that I want to do is pick up some letters for your person. So we have here the G, double G, the E, the O, the R, double S, the Q, double I, F, E, and K for you. Group number two. So group number two, I hope that you enjoyed this reading. If you did, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. And if you're new here and you like what you see, consider subscribing to my channel. I would really love to have you around. For now, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye! Hi there, group number three, and welcome to your reading. So you're here because you're drawn to this beautiful copper ball, and of course the third pal. So yeah, the first card that we're going to hop into is just a little message for you about maybe how this relationship is going to be or what it's going to bring you. And the next up, we're going to hop into all the details about your future spouse. So yeah, let's start the reading. So first off is I celebrate my differences. I'm free from conformity. Okay, here, group number three. The first thing that I might be getting here regarding this message is maybe this person who you're going to end up with, your future spouse, is going to be someone completely different from what you ever imagined. Now, this doesn't have to be, or this doesn't mean anything bad actually, but I do feel like if you have maybe something in your mind that might be end up completely different from what you might be thinking of. So I feel like the message here is to keep yourself open from or for any possibilities instead of narrowing your mind and slimming down your options into meeting this beautiful, beautiful person. Now, if you already met this person, I would like to know if you're, that different with this person. But yeah, I definitely feel here that group number three, there will be something that is completely different from your person than you've ever expected. Now, this could be if you don't feel like you're someone who will fall for blonde hair. I feel maybe this might be a person that will have like blonde hair and blue eyes, or you never experienced like someone being from a wealthy family or never thought about that. Maybe you ending up with someone like that, or someone who's very adventurous or travel a lot, and you're someone who likes to stay at home, and then you ending up with such a person that will bring so much joy into your life and so many kind of like will help you celebrate your differences. I feel like you guys will have so much fun because you guys maybe will be completely different, but then again, the same in the core. Sometimes we think that our outer differences or maybe our culture maybe even be completely different. It could also be you're being a lighter skin tone and the other one having darker skin tone, or you coming from some culture and the other one person coming from a totally different culture, and you never thought maybe that those two could be a great combination. But whatever it is, I feel like you guys will definitely overcome it in every other way, of course, because you guys will end up marrying each other, but you guys will feel completely blessed because of this experience, because it will definitely open you up in ways that maybe you haven't before. So taking you to new or to a different side of the line, like that's like what I'm getting. Like it's going to be eye-opening for you here, group number three. Really beautiful. So regarding your person, I have this owl representing your person. So the first thing that I want to say about owls whenever I get that is that a person is really, really smart. They're very intelligent. They're very wise. It's not it's just like wise. And wise come from different experiences, from being intelligent in a way, but also from life experiences, especially life experiences. So what I'm getting here, I feel like this a person of yours might have really great life experiences, whether they're traumatic or not, it doesn't even matter. But having a huge baggage of life experiences shows character within a person. It defines a person because everything a person's take with them, or imagine to turn in those lemons into lemonade. That are things that eventually defines a person and that makes a person who they are, which is pretty admirable with this person. But I do feel like they are people who are very well admired and very well spoken, very wise. In cases, I might think like this is a professor, or this might be like a teacher, or this might be a lecturer, or this might be a coach, or a personal uh, trainer, coacher. I feel like they have a lot of knowledge and a lot of experiences, not only in their own, life, but also in the field that they work at. People really admire what they do, what type of work they do. I also feel this might be a person that might work like in a lab that really might dive into experiments or something, or that organizes things or something like that. But definitely, I feel like that's kind of like they're very, very, very wise. In terms of how this person might look, I am seeing here a darker skin tone to a little bit curly, darker hair. So yeah, that is definitely coming up. I'm also seeing here a broader nose, which oftentimes just comes up a little bit more with people with darker skin tones. And me having a little bit of a darker skin tone, know everything about that. So that is something that I am getting. I also feel they might work in a field that they have to do some night shifts. This might be a person that just likes to sleep in late, or has something, has a little bit more connection with the nighttime than the daytime. That is something that I am getting. And very much sports. That is also one thing that I'm getting. In terms of what type of person they furthermore, I do feel like there are people that are very trustworthy, that people can really rely upon. And and one thing that I do get is that with them everything is just, you have to relax when you're around them. They don't like fuss, they don't like, things. Just take it easy and it will be like okay. I do feel a high sense here of protection, so guarding something. So it could be that they're very protective about their family and people that are loved. So yeah, those are the things that come up. Yeah, so let's move on a little bit further than you're reading here, group number 3. Let's see what other juicy details we can figure out about this person. So next up, we have your healing. And within these terms, it might also be that this person might be like a nurse working in a healing area, might also be a doctor, but also might just want to try to help people in terms of that. So I'm seeing here also humanitarian vibrations throughout this reading. And I do feel they have something with animals. So it might be that they have like a huge heart for animals, or that they just love dogs or something. That is one thing that I'm definitely getting through. And at the same time, I feel like this is a person who carried themselves with a lot of grace. They carry themselves pretty well. And they're pretty well established. This is an established person. They dress pretty well as I can see. And in a way, modern, classy. That's like what I'm getting with this. Very modern, classy. You might see them wear luxury or certain luxury items. Not too much of a logo here, a logo there, but just modern, classy. They like to go on with the styles and also stay classy. I'm seeing here that there is a love for technology within this group. So, yeah, it might be that they work within certain areas of technology, or they just have a passion for technology. So, yeah, let me know that in the comment box down below. Group number 3, if you already met this person. If not, then you can't, but you get what I'm saying. Next up, we have here the heart. So within this, I feel like group number 3, you will find someone which finds it really important that you have a home. Not a house, but a home. Someone who wants to make your house pretty cozy. I feel like having a comfortable home is really important to them. And also the way you style your home is going to be really important for them. They want that comfiness, that family. This is a family man or a family woman. They just like to sit at home, be with our family, having friends over, create great dinners and so forth. Not so much the partying, but definitely the family. This will be like the father that goes out and hang on every light at Christmas or something like that. Or the woman who loves to bake cookies or something like that. And I know this is kind of like pretty traditional or something like that, but there are people who do enjoy those things, or just who do enjoy cooking, who do enjoy just that family life. And I do feel that's really important for this person. I feel like this is going to be a very heavy core person. If we're talking about a male, I'm seeing definitely someone who's really muscular and also maybe broader than regular. So I'm seeing here very broad shoulders, very masculine in terms of strength. I do feel as well that this could easily be for me like a bodybuilder or something. That's kind of like the image that I'm getting, and it's not going to resonate with everyone, but this is what comes up in my mind. And yes, I'm limited as well, guys. But this is definitely one of the things that I'm feeling. Strength is defined by so many, but for me, strength might be different for you guys. But I'm feeling definitely a muscular person, or someone who's just strong, like strong, manly, strong. But at the same time, if we're talking about a female, this female could just be strong, a powerful energy, like don't mess with me. We also have a Venus beloved, which makes this person very romantic. This person is to the toe Romeo and Juliet romantic. So I feel like this person will definitely, this is a person who will bring in the gifts, will bring in the flowers, will shower you with beautiful things. They express their love through gifts and words. So that is going to be something that you're really going to enjoy within this relationship with this person. Look at this relationship coming out. It's going to be a really strong relationship. You're definitely going to feel super loved and beyond cherished by this person. It's so cute, and also protected by this person. It's going to be a new feeling. Definitely worthwhile. So let's see what the dice is going to come up with. We have here Libra and Taurus. We have Virgo and Scorpio. And we have Pisces and Capricorn. So next up, we're going to look at when you're going to meet this person and the situation surrounding that meeting. So first up, let me check on months that might be relevant to your meeting this person. So let's see. That's 1, that's 2. We have here March and we have August. So these are going to be the months that are going to be important within you meeting this person. And let's see a little bit more about your situation regarding the meeting of this person. So yeah, see what might come up here. So we have here the King of Swords. Show me that this is a person who might come off maybe in the first place a little bit direct, a little bit maybe bossy in the beginning, or might tend to want your attention and might try to get it. And maybe in the beginning here, group number 3, you might not be super interested in this person. You might be thinking, well, if you kind of like that, you're not getting my attention. But for some reason, somehow, I feel like you guys are going to meet each other in a fateful event again. Look at this, the Hanged Man coming up. That is definitely going to change your view about this person. So first up, I'm getting here that the first way that you guys are going to encounter each other, which is kind of like cute. I feel like this person will misread you or try to feel like, I have to conquer this person, or I have to do it this or that. And you're going to be, it's not going to work like that with me. You have to change your ways. This is completely not me. And because their feelings are super real and super, they're definitely going to come back for another round. And I feel like that is completely going to change your mind regarding this person. So it's not going to be like a one dang bang thing. You might feel it. I do feel like you might feel something for this person, but you're one to make him work or make her work. It's not like you're like that. And, you're going to make this person work and make them see that you're worthy of it. So this is really, really good here. Group number 3, you're going to let this person know that there are certain things that you don't want and that they need to change their ways within to that. And I'm seeing that this is type of like, trying to conquer you, that they might go a little bit overboard. And once you let them know, like, that's not my style, you have to slow it down. Slow it down, baby. Spice Girls there. But yeah, that's kind of like the type of energy that I'm getting. Like, no, hold on. That's not the way it's going to work. We need to change the direction. I feel like this person is going to pick that up and come back. And that's when you're going to feel like, okay, this is it. This is like my man, or this is like my woman. And I really want to continue with this person. So really smart move there. So yeah, let's see what else you might get regarding your marriage with this wonderful person. As we move a little bit further than you're reading here, group number 3. So let's see, we have bloom, we have creation, a right time, harvest, and celebrate. I feel like for you guys, it will just happen very naturally on how you guys will marry with each other. It will feel like the right time, whether that's 1 year in or 2 year in. I don't feel like you guys will wait a lot, but it's just going to feel like the right time for you. And breeding rose calls for really you guys are going to have this really strong connection with each other, but at the same time, I do feel like there's a lot of healing going on between you guys. So if you or any of you guys will have traumatic past, being with this person in this committed relationship will definitely help to heal you guys a lot. So yeah, let's see what else your marriage with each other will bring. So let's see. First up, we have here rejection. So I'm seeing here the rejection as the card that maybe, as I was talking about, this relationship will start off by you rejecting this person first before you guys will move in further into committing with this person. So we have a little bit of codependency here, showing that you guys will be completely into each other, like really, really into each other. And a lot of people just, when they see codependency, they say, oh my God, this is something that's like really, really bad. But it's only bad when you guys feel bad about it or when you feel suffocated about it. But if you feel good about it, if you guys can really rely upon each other, every other couple are codependent on each other. That's kind of like the way it is because you live with each other. But you guys are going to be the yin yang with each other. I mean, you guys aren't going to need anyone else except the both of you. We also have here the strings with codependency here. It shows me that you guys are going to have, even if you guys are codependent with each other, you guys are going to give each other a lot of freedom in moving and doing the things that you like and that you love. So yeah, it's going to be a really intense marriage connection with each other. And then we have here the spark. So I'm seeing here that you guys will have some really hot chemistry with each other. It will be pretty good. And I feel like it's also almost like this dynamite type of like energy, really volcanoes, really strong, fiery, passionate energy will be between you guys, which is really hot and sexy. So if you guys are into that, this is something that you'll really have throughout the marriage. Now, if you guys are not into that, take it as it resonates with you guys, okay? So lastly, I just want to pull out some letters to see if we can get a little bit of letters for your person. Let me just get a little bit more. Suggest that with the others as well. So we've got the X, the V, the H, the S, the D, and the E. So group number 3, this was your reading, and I hope that this reading resonated with you. If it did, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. And if you're new here and you like what you see, consider subscribing to my channel. I would really love to have you around. For now, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye! Hi there, group number 4, and welcome to your reading. So you're here because you're drawn to this beautiful boho selenite crystal. Really gorgeous. And of course, the fourth bell. So the first card that I'm going to read is actually the card that represents maybe you, or that's a little bit of message for you about this relationship. So really curious about that. And then next up, we're going to hop into all the details about who you're going to marry, your future spouse. So let's see what we have here. I acknowledge and express my emotions with ease and grace. So I do feel within this group number 4, might be that you're someone that is very emotional or that might sometimes get carried away within emotions. And I do feel with this person is going to balance you out in a way that you're absolutely going to be amazed by. This is a person who you're going to be able to be completely yourself and say what is deeply within your heart without feeling bad about it. Feeling the love, feeling the joy just pouring through your veins, and just being able to be yourself. That's what you're going to get out of this relationship. This is going to be a very honest and very pure relationship. So I'm getting already a very good vibration about this person and about your marriage with this person. It's really good. Really wonderful to start with us. So first up, we have here the card of a buffalo representing your person. Now, seeing this card here, group number 4, it shows me that your person is just a really strong soul. I do feel like this is a very determined soul. It might be like the earthy energy. There might be very goal-oriented. There might be calm, but overall, they're super trustworthy. These are solid rocks within your life. And I do feel why it almost kind of like instantly resonates with this card by talking about how you are going to be able to share whatever is kind of like on your heart. Because this is a person who's a very stable rock. So if you see this in a river, this would be like the stone that stays like in the center and the stream of water just flowing past. So all these emotions, this person is going to be able to handle them without getting, too much into it, because sometimes we need it. We need someone to stay strong when we are just, in our emotions. So I'm definitely seeing here it's someone who can go through some challenging times. This is a really strong person, like mindset, character, they're really strong. They're really strong. In a certain way, I'm also sensing here that this person is a little bit of a adventurous type of person. They might seek the adventure. I feel like this might be like someone who likes skydiving, or who just like bungee jumping, or who likes hiking or something like that. They love the nature. That is something that I'm seeing. But I'm also seeing maybe a surfing type of person who loves the sea maybe, or who loves sailing, or who loves the boat. Really outside. So yeah. A lot of freedom, that's important to them, to feel to feel the wind within their hair or something. That's kind of like what I'm getting with this person. But at the same time, they're very pure. And I can also see them being in a form of a leadership position, or having like their own business because they like that freedom, being an entrepreneur and just, minding their own business, creating their own free time and working around that, having that solid foundation, but also on their own terms. I feel like they're also very creative in a way. So these are right away the things that I'm getting in terms of work. So I would say, yes, this is a person that you will see more as entrepreneur or in a job that gives them a lot of freedom. So maybe in sales or something. Or even media, but definitely in a job maybe that gives this person a lot of freedom and personal space. In terms of how they look, I'm definitely seeing here black hair, maybe straight and maybe curly, a little bit of a longer hair type of thing if we're talking about a female. And if we're talking about female, I might see here also Indian type of female, long hair, black thick hair. Those are the things that I'm getting from this group. It goes from type of like darkish skin tone, Indian, but also to having kind of like a mixed skin tone or a mixed undertone to having light skin tone. So it almost has like all the range of skin tones within this group. So yeah, sometimes I just have this. In terms of being a body type, I am seeing here smaller type of person. So it might be that your person might be, a smaller male or a smaller female or things like that. So yeah, that is something that I'm seeing. Very casually wear. So very casual. They like to wear clothes that sits really comfortable on them and that really breathes fabric that breathes and that are really comfortable on their skin. So that is one thing that I'm getting, or really soft textures that just slide on their skin or something. It might also be, if we're talking about a lady, someone who likes to wear silk or something like that because it's super super soft on the skin. Okay, so these are all the things that I'm getting regarding your person. So yeah, let's move a little bit further than your reading to see what else you might be getting for your person. We're getting here health. So I do feel health is something that's really important to them. In terms of that, this might be a vegan, this might be a vegetarian, or this might be someone who really pays attention to what they eat. As that is really important because everything you put into your body, that's what you're getting out of your body. So remember, the fuel, it's really important what you put into your body, and this person really thinks about that. Nutrition is really important for them. So that might be because they had a past with, going up and down weight, or they might have like a glow up or anything like that. But it might also be something that they're still battling, or it might be something that they just accumulated and they feel really strongly about, that just makes them feel good, that keeps their energy high up where they want it to. And that is something that's really important to them, to feel energetic, to feel good about themselves, to live the life that they truly want and invest in that life as well. So you might see this person going to the gym, or doing some type maybe of diet or consulting regarding their weight or regarding their nutrition. It depends if you find someone that is more full of a body type or someone who's a slim person. So I feel like this could go either way within this group, and I don't want to say anything about it, but guys, we appreciate everyone, right? Everyone is beautiful. So yeah, just want to point that out there. So we all have like so different body types. So we have here relationship, which shows me that relationship is really, really important for this person. And they try to keep that as balanced as possible. So I'm getting maybe this is a person who might have a really challenging job, or who's a really busy person regarding their job. And it doesn't mean that this is a workaholic, but especially if you're an entrepreneur, if you guys have been there or have any experience with that, you know that you have to work really hard as an entrepreneur to keep things rolling. I mean, speaking as one, I know that's really, really important. We do have to invest so much of our time. And I know it's not even like my full-time job, but doing this aside, it does take a lot of time from your family, from your friends, or other things that you would do or normally do. But as long as your heart is committed in something, as long as you get so much fun, and I do get it, guys, with doing all of these readings for you guys, I actually every time that I do it, I enjoy it so much. So I do feel like this is super important for this person. If they are kind of like in a gig that they absolutely love, that's the energy that they're getting off of it, and they're definitely are balancing that. So it will not be a life that you will not see your partner or anything like that. But I feel like they maybe because they're looking for that freedom in their job and not working like that on the 9 to 5 job, that will be something that will be very well balanced within this relationship. Next up, we have here the heart, and seeing the heart, it always reminds me on how someone is staying centered and making sure that whatever comes from the heart and from their core. So I feel like this is a person who's very driven by their core emotion, by their intuition. So if something feels good, this person will follow that. And I feel like whatever they're establishing, they will take you with them. They're really keen on investing with their family or with their friends. They're a very trustworthy person. Next up here we have entrance. So I'm seeing here this is a person who is a pioneer, who is the first one maybe to see new chances and dare to take a risk on certain chances, even if some other people might find it, too risky or too much of everything. This is a person who sometimes take the risk and they end up being good risks. So this is not only a risk taker but good judgment in how they do their business, and I feel that's why they will surely become very successful in whatever they're doing. So keep that in mind. These are pioneers in life. So let's roll out the dice to see what we'll get for your person. So we have Pisces and Taurus, Capricorn and Cancer, and Virgo and Cancer again. So let's clean out the table to move to the next part of your reading here, group number 4, which is going to be when and how you're going to meet your person. So let's see here what we're going to get. We're having here August and June, so very much summary time is going to be very important here, or play a huge part within how you're going to meet your person. So let's shuffle the deck to see what else might be happening around the time that you'll meet your person here, group number 1. Number 4. So let's see. We have here the Tower, showing me that something might be happening at that time when you meet your person. The Ten of Swords. Okay, so definitely something that you didn't expect, but it's definitely going to make you feel super fatigued, super tired, oof. Oh, look at this. We have the Page of Crystal and the King of Diamonds. So I'm definitely seeing here group number 4. Something will be happening here that will make you feel like a little bit lost, a little bit carried away, a little bit tired. What else should I do? I didn't expect this, and now this is all happening. It could be a little bit form of a chaos. So that's kind of like rather how I would explain the situation, you guys meeting each other in a chaotic period of life. Now, life is never perfect, so imagine you meeting this person in a perfect time. Well, it is a perfect time because for you guys, this is going to work. So yeah, it's going to be a little bit of a chaotic time. Maybe you guys trying to find your peace, your rest. Maybe you've got betrayed or anything, or maybe you're just tired of something and want to leave that, or just don't know where you're heading. That is the time when this person is going to barge in and help you find your balance and peace, and almost bring you to the other side of the table, like help you to find that spark back in your life. It could even be, if something drastically here happened and you're feeling very sad, or whatever, and this person coming into your life and showing you that it's all going to be okay, that there is new opportunities, new chances, and almost kind of like this hero. This is going to be like this hero type of energy for you. This is going to be the person that's going to comfort you and is going to help you throughout maybe a really challenging time here, group number 4. So, yeah, that's like what I'm getting for you guys meeting each other. So, take it how it resonates with you guys. Now, let's move on to the last part of this reading, which is going to be about your married life with this person. So, let's see. We have your rapture. We have look at this. We have a very romantic. I feel like you guys will have a lot of sexual energy with each other. If you guys are super into being with each other, or having a lot of, oop out and that kind of things like in bed. This is not an 18 plus reading, so I don't want to like mention all the things. But if you guys are into that, I feel like you guys will have that a lot with this person. The chemistry is definitely really, really high and really, really good between you guys. You guys are definitely going to eat each other up. Like, this person is super, super into you, super into your body, very touchy-feely. And so if you like this, that's going to be a really good match. If you don't, it will be something that resonates with you here, group number 4. We have here the butt opening up. It's about to happen. So I do feel it will happen, the marriage will happen, but not maybe right away or as fast as you guys will want it, but it is something that will happen. So maybe this is a person who will, you guys will have maybe a longer relationship with, or have a longer period of engagement. It could also be, if you guys already met this person, for example, that you guys plan to get married, but then COVID came and then you guys have to postpone or something, and you're still engaged or something like that. So it will happen, but I feel like there is a time period between when you guys will meet and then further down, like the marriage thing will come later. And maybe that's because you guys maybe feel as if it's that not important to you, or maybe you guys are non-traditional and just wants to start your family and later on get married. I mean, there are all types of way on how we feel and think about marriage, but everyone is different and everyone has their own taste, so I'll leave that up to you guys. So let's move a little bit further than your reading to see what else will come up as you guys being with each other. We have here a heartbreak. So seeing this heartbreak reminds me that one of you guys will be in need of healing, and I'm seeing here that this relationship will definitely help you guys get over every little bit of traumatic event or toxic patterns that you guys have created during other relationships. Okay, so yeah, this is a relationship that's going to be very mature. For some of you guys, it will be the first really matured relationship. But for other of you guys, it will be the bloom of you moving into maturity, seeing things differently, especially if you guys end up marrying one another. It's a different kind of vibration that you guys will have prior to marrying anyone. So yeah, that's definitely a mature item that I'm seeing here. There will be a lot of respect. Now, seeing here, I'm also seeing black and white. So I'm seeing here maybe different cultures as well. But yeah, those are one of the things that I'm getting. And I cannot get like more confirmation of the healing part. That this person will definitely help you to heal, or vice versa within this relationship. This marriage is going to be an absolutely powerful marriage, as I would say it, seeing like all of these beautiful cards together. So let's say, let me pull up some letters for you guys for their initials. We have here the X, the H, the B, the D, the V, the U, and the N for your person here, group number 4. So group number 4, I hope that this reading resonated with you. If it did, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. And if you're new here and you like what you see, consider subscribing to my channel. I would really love to have you around. For now, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye!